name is Mike Lincoln. I manage the state of Colorado's integrated document solutions. We manage the state's printing and mail operations. My formal title is Colorado State Printer. With that, we oversee the graphic design, distribution of printed materials, as well as transactional materials for the state of Colorado. So starting with the evolution of integrated document solutions, I want to go back to about 2005. Our largest customer at the time was the Colorado Benefits Management System. And with that service, they were integrating all of the state's social programs, so WIC, Medicare, Medicaid, that kind of thing. And we were identified as a secondary printer at the time, although we were actually doing the printing of a primary printer, and we were the primary mailer as well. Their space was transactional in nature, and it was something that we had looked at as far as a natural path for us, but it wasn't anything that we were ready to go into full on. We didn't have the technologies, we didn't have the equipment. And at the time we were printing about 40 million impressions annually for this customer. We were mailing somewhere in the neighborhood of about 10 million correspondence on an annual basis. With that, we decided that we were getting much better at handling transactional documentation and mail. We decided to pour some more energies and research into what it was going to take to move more completely into that space. In 2012, we started looking heavily into inkjet. It was something that at the time wasn't necessarily what states were looking at. Continuous feed for sure, but inkjet was something that we thought potentially was unattainable. The more I did research and the more peer interaction that we had, I was able to come to the conclusion that there might be a way for us to get there. In talking with peers and talking with some industry analysts, as well as talking with some of the OEMs, we decided it was worth at least an initial stab with an RFP. So we went into the first RFP hoping to leverage both an ADF solution and an inkjet solution in one package, and unfortunately that solicitation failed. So we broke the two apart and we went back at it. We needed an ADF solution first because the state was moving to a new, they call it CORE, which is the state's financial system. And we needed a way to re-engineer and report on warrants. And so what we did was we looked at the vendors and capabilities, and we landed with Solimar. Solimar was a partner that could bring all of the technologies we needed at that time to the table, which was re-engineering the warrant files, which were PDF workflow, and then also being able to report and design a workflow around it. That was critical for us. And this again was before we moved into inkjet. Being able to leverage both the technology with the ADF solution and the inkjet platform, increase our throughput on that equipment, allowed us to actually reduce our operator presence on those machines. It gave us the ability to repurpose those staff into other areas of need within the shop. So in the commercial world where you're looking for savings or a higher return on investment, what we do with an implant, at least our implant, is we look at ways we could add efficiencies through both technology and equipment and increase our value to the parent company.